what's up, my name is Chaos, and welcome to the trailer of Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. It's gonna be a new game. I wanna see what it's all gonna be about. It's gonna be about the Mimic, of course. So let's see, Steel Wool Studios. Dope.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident. But just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Oh. Some kind of puzzles, okay. Tiger Rock. Grenades? The fuck? Music Man!
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for
Music Man. June 13th. Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna watch through it again, with subtitles on, of course, because you don't know what they're hiding in there. I'm gonna watch through this again, and I'll stop at some key moments that I think are interesting.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing.
So first of all, Edwin Murray, a name that you could recognize from the books, I think. Also from the Mimic books. I believe that's Stills of the Pizzaplex, if I'm not mistaken. Edwin Murray was an animatronic designer, I think he was. He had a child, and he created this endoskeleton called the Mimic, which literally does as it's named, it mimics behaviors. So he let his child play with it, and the Mimic mimicked the child. And then the child died somehow, but the Mimic still kept on mimicking. And you can expect the parent, of course, to go fully insane about that. So I believe that's him. I hope so. I hope I'm not talking down my ass. Also, there's a costume here. There's some boards there. This looks like it's some kind of animatronic, like some kind of pet animatronic. A bee, dog, some pipes, of course, because it's just okay.
Leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse.
Yeah, warehouse. There's a drum kit. Oh, that's a lion. A lion, sheep. Might be some symbolism there. Not sure. Could be. I need to check into that. Oh, wait. Hold on. So I did some research and found out that lions and sheep do have symbolism, but they don't have anything to do with each other. Lions often represent strength and authority, while sheep represent innocence and vulnerability, which is an interesting contrast. Do these animals have any connection with each other in the books? I literally have no idea. I think the sheep might represent Edwin's child David, due to the aforementioned innocence, and the lion might represent the Mimic, being the big bad at all. Anyway, back to the reaction. I already feel like something is going to be lurking there in the shadows over there. And I don't know what that is. Some kind of generator, it looks like. Yeah, so that looks like a battery icon. So there's some kind of generator that you need to turn that on. And then this reminds me of Poppy Playtime. In Poppy Playtime, you have the hand scanners, right? Reminds me of this reminds me of that. Pizza box, of course, Fazbear. Pizza box, another one of those scanners, only small. Monitors, also some kind of monitor, so a lot of monitors, no idea what those monitors would do. A mushroom character, might be something we encounter. And in the warehouse itself, the things are too dirty. I can't really wait. Let me. Oh man, I didn't even put the quality on high. Come on. See, there you go. Now I can see much better. Look at that.
developing for
Okay, so this is just the inside of the warehouse then. Let's see. Don't be late. Late employees are subject to fines and or punishment. It sounds terrifying. We of course got the fan. So this might be some kind of security office. Looks like it.
us. It's a kind of prototype
Costumes.
endoskeleton that can
So these costumes, I think we've seen these in Security Breach Ruin. The Ruin DLC of Security Breach, remember that? Where you play as Cassie, you need to go into the Pizzaplex to find Gregory, and then, spoiler alert, at the end, it seems that it wasn't Gregory who was calling for help at all, but it was the Mimic, which is the main character here.
adapt to any costume and become any character.
Yeah, can adapt to any costume, become any character. That's the Mimic part of it, I think. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so I don't think it's malfunctioning. What it really is doing is, I believe that if I heard Tom from Game Theory correct, it was that when the Mimic mimicked the child of Edwin, Edwin went mad, right? And with the grief and pain of losing his child and the Mimic mimicking his child, he went insane and he tried to destroy the Mimic, which is a very violent act. And the Mimic was aware during this time, or at least it was active during the time that it was being destroyed. So it saw what was happening to itself, and he mimics that now. So I don't think it's functioning, but I think it's just mimicking what Edwin did to him. Let's see, what does it say? Hey, Fredbear's Family Diner. Look at that. That's Spring Bonnie. That Fredbear. '83. That's a good reference there. That '83 is probably a Bite of '83 reference. Fredbear's Family Diner and Spring Bonnie. So there's also Fredbear's Family Diner and then Fredbear. Now, I will admit, I saw a title of a video of MatPat and FNaF talking about this. I only saw the thumbnail and the title, but they said in the title that Fredbear and Spring Bonnie might appear in this game. And looking at these posters, they could, and that would be really cool. But I don't think they will, have to be honest, because of Spring Bonnie having some kind of symbolism behind it, because he is, of course, the suit of the main villain, and I don't know when this plays out, at what time this plays out. I don't know where in the timeline this plays out, because this is an old abandoned factory, right? It's over, it's done. Nobody works here anymore. Or a warehouse, sorry. Nobody works here anymore. Nobody does things here anymore. So if there are posters, then I think Fredbear's Family Diner is already gone at this point, and we have already transitioned to maybe Freddy's Pizza. No, but I don't think they're going to appear in this game. Maybe Fredbear, but even Fredbear was already moved to Freddy's Pizzeria, right? In the form of Golden Freddy, because Golden Freddy is Fredbear, I believe. So Fredbear was already moved to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and Spring Bonnie has way too much weight to put it here in this abandoned warehouse. You know what I mean? It has way too much canonical weight. So I don't think they'll put it in there. Hey, this is the mushroom. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so some kind of puzzle. Let's see, what would you have to do with this puzzle? This is some kind of energy or juice or whatever. This is some kind of power thing. And you connect this to that or something. What it looks like. This looks like some kind of gauge where you have this fluid. And this is also some kind of gauge here. There's also some kind of gauge, it looks like. Any one of you getting some take a map type vibes? Because this reminds me of the Security Breach take a map guy who just randomly jump scares you. So I don't think I'm gonna like this guy. Also, there's a present here, wind up with the wind up thing, so you can pop goes the weasel. That might have some importance. This here, pop goes the weasel, probably something with Jackie. Yeah, here this is some kind of gear thing, where again you have to wind. I think the winding, because it's all gesture related, has something to do. And this is a costume, clearly either a costume or an animatronic. That's the bee right there. This is the mushroom. You can push a thing. This is just Poppy playtime. Look, you could push a thing, and then it'll probably start talking to you. Looks like it. Looks a little bit like it's missing a chromosome too. So wait, let me search up what or who Tiger Rock really is, because I have no idea. So Tiger Rock is the Mimic in some way. I believe it has some remnants of the Mimic in there, but I have never read the book, so don't quote me on that one. This right here, fascinating. Remember in Ruin when Cassie had to use those things? Oh, this looks like a Phase wrench. That's what it's called. This looks like a Phase wrench, and that looks like a slot for it. And this is exactly the same as the monitor here. Let's see, we're at 1 minute exactly. So here, you see that monitor? Exact same monitor. Look. See? So now we have an answer on that. That's the wrench. Welcome show subterminal. Please select an option below. Reset welcome show. Executive access. Helper terminal 0.00. So this is like an... I want to bet that this is also the Mimic. I want to bet that this is also the Mimic, because Helpy in Ruin was also the Mimic. So I want to bet that this is like a very rudimentary version of the Mimic or something, or some part of the AI. Very rudimentary part of the AI. It is basically just Helpy, only different. This. Look at that. So her name's probably Dolly. She's connected to some kind of backpack. And this looks like a sister location animatronic. Because the sister location animatronic have the faceplates, so does this one. And it actually has the same type of deal here as Circus Baby. So I actually think that this might be one of William's creations. But the feet don't show that it's a Funtime, but it looks like it's a very rudimentary version of the Funtime animatronics. Right, some kind of mouse grenade. So this is the generator we saw in the beginning. This is the generator we saw in the beginning with the door opening and a scanner there. And then here we have the terminals. And this, you wind it up. Oh, that's not a grenade at all. You throw it because, see that here, those slits? Yeah, those are wheels. So it actually, you throw it, it makes noise, and someone gets alerted and goes over there. And then you can sneak past into security, probably. That's probably the system that they're going to put in place. So it's going to be a sound sensitive system. Just again, like in Security Breach. An old Chuck E. Cheese animatronic, the way this is built, reminds me of an old Chuck E. Cheese animatronic from, I think it was the Rockefeller explosion or something. Excellent. I cannot wait. Okay, I'm sorry to be that guy, but I just looked into the comments, and... What do you mean the Mimic puts bombs in your belongings? I haven't read the books, so you're gonna need to catch me up on that a little bit. Yeah. I've never really theorized something myself, so this is first for me as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!